to the Overly Opinionated Podcast. Rest in peace to fallen kings, queens, and in-betweens.
And free the guys.
And free Palestine. Make sure you hit the like button if you haven't. Subscribe. Hit the like button if you fucks with the video. Hit the subscribe if you haven't. And ring the notifications bell because it helps. Now, before we go into this episode, I was having a conversation with somebody that I love so much, bro.
Uh-huh.
And they were like, why do y'all say free the guys at the beginning of the podcast? And at first I was like, huh?
Are they older?
Yeah.
Okay.
Excuse me. And they was like, some people, need to be, like, we shouldn't just be opening the gates. And I was like, facts.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That took them aback. They were like, oh, so you're not saying that everybody should be free? And I was like, oh, no, definitely not.
Keep they locked up.
But we know some people that should definitely not be behind bars right now.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we don't stand with all of them.
Nah. Hey, some of y'all niggas was wildin'.
Yeah.
Some of y'all niggas was wildin'.
For sure.
Now, I think there has been an argument that the way that we rehabilitate ain't the way to rehabilitate.
Facts.
And from the arguments that I've heard, I agree. I don't know a good alternative, though. So for now, keep them niggas locked up. But free the guys.
Yeah.
Because there are guys.
Now, sometimes I feel like that shouldn't have to be explained, but because you said they were older, makes all the sense in the world.
And even if not, like, I think it has to be explained because I have heard people banging for people to get out that definitely should be in there.
Because they level. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, you right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a few of them too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, and also some of the guys free too. So that's dope. So, some of the guys getting free.
Yeah.
Countdown.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I feel you.
I really can't wait.
I feel you, man. Now, I think that's a good segue into this.
I have to know why you have this in the notes.
It was a phenomenon for a while there.
And I have never watched it.
Good. I love that. I took a college class, just one.
Uh-huh.
I had to work full time too. It was the year after I graduated, and it was English literature. I had to read this book, Orange is the New Black. And I think this was like maybe a year, maybe 2 years after it became like the biggest show on Netflix.
Wait, it was after or before?
After. Well, I had to read it after, but the book came before the show.
Okay.
I had to read it after, like, my mom was a fan.
Yeah.
Like, everybody loved this show. And I watched it a couple times. There were some things about it that made it not a super hateable show, but most of it was pretty hateable. Let me just tell you that after reading the book, I could not even respect the fact that people were watching it.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it like a comedy?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like a dramedy.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not.
That's not even... So, let me tell you what my problem was. Now, one of the homies, James, allegedly knew someone who really wanted some drugs. All right, we're going to call him James.
I was going to say, is this like real deal? Somebody telling you about...
This is real life.
Okay.
This happened for real.
Okay.
My thoughts about drugs and their legality in America, which we're not going to get into on this episode necessarily, but it's pretty radical. But my view of drugs and what I believe about, like, their legality in America stems from this guy that I know. We're going to call him James, and his story. Smart dude, likable by everyone fucking loved this dude. And I mean everybody. Like, you could be a hood nigga or you could be somebody who grew up in Whitey Whitesburg. Mm-hmm. Like, he's just a cool ass dude. And everyone likes him. Everyone knows him. Also a smart dude. He was in college and shit. I think this was this had to be around the same time like probably the year after we graduated. And around the same time that I'm reading this book, he knew someone who really wanted some drugs.
Uh-huh.
He also knew someone who may have known where drugs were.
Uh-huh.
He gave the person who really wanted some drugs the number to somebody who really had some drugs or knew where some drugs were.
Yeah.
The person who really wanted some drugs died because they overdosed on the drugs they really wanted.
Uh-huh.
The guy that we're going to call James did 4 years in federal prison for that.
Crazy.
Crazy.
I agree with you.
So I read this Orange is the New Black book.
Now, is Orange is the New Black like based off a true story or something?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's this lady named Piper. She's white. And she was rich as shit. Like, her family good. Everyone that she knows is good. But she's adventurous. She's a wild thing. Like, she does, she's a party girl. And she just wanted some adventure. She wanted to escape the monotony of having everything that she could ever need. She wanted to live on the wild side.
Okay.
So she started dating this person who was peddling heroin from here to Africa. I mean, they was getting down. You feel me?
Uh-huh.
So she peddled this heroin with her. And she got caught. And she told. She did a year.
Okay, does this sound true? Normally how it goes?
She did a year and then wrote a book about it. Nothing ever happened to her in there. Someone yelled at her once, and this other girl who thought she was cute defended her, and that's literally it. That's the story. That's it.
You for real?
Yep. The part that lost me was while she was in there, her family started a petition or something like that. Like, they started something where people knew about Piper's story.
Yeah.
And they sent her newspaper clippings from her town in New York, wherever she was from, where people are like, fight for Piper's plight. And it's like, what the fuck is Piper's plight? Like,
she did it.
Like, like, it's her plight that she should be allowed to sell heroin wherever she wants because, I didn't know that it was as big a deal as it was. Like, bitch, you was selling heroin.
Yeah.
So now I know that maybe I'm a little more salty than is reasonable to be salty, but my man James, life was changed, dog. Like, his life was changed, and all he did was know someone who wanted something. He knew one person that wanted something, and he knew one other person who had the thing.
Yeah.
This lady was already rich as fuck and was going around the world selling drugs.
Yeah.
And became a millionaire off it.
Nah.
Like, think about that, bro.
A year.
She only served a year, and then she got to tell her story. And really, it was just other people. She was basically saying, like, I can't believe how bad these other girls have it. Wow.
Yeah.
And that's really what the story was like. Man, these girls got it bad.
Yeah.
And then she's like, she sold a book for a bunch of money. It became popular. Sold a TV show for a bunch of money and started doing talks. Bro, while I was there, we read the book. And while I was at that school, they had her come and talk. And it was like extra credit if you went and listened to her talk. Huh? What?
What's annoying about that is, like, we know niggas who went to jail for real.
It's niggas really down, bro.
But I don't understand, like, what's so special about her story, though.
There's nothing. And it's crazy because I think that, like, I know how this sounds. Don't think that I'm saying that. Like, I know that my my acknowledging it doesn't absolve me of expressing it, but like, this is. How do you hear something I don't hear? How are you reading something I'm not reading? Like for anybody in that class to get anything other than so she's spoiled and
Yeah.
nothing happened.
And to think like niggas getting death penalties for that same crime is kind of like crazy though, that she served a year.
Bro, and it's not just that she served a year. She served a very comfortable year because she's balling.
But
And her whole family is putting money on her books. And nothing happened to her. She did a comfy year. Nothing ever happened to her.
Yeah, I don't understand how this is a story here.
How is it even a story, bro?
Like, I don't know if you ever seen Oz, but that's good prison. That's a great, I can't even say good. That's a great prison show. Like, for real. Like, top of the line. I don't think it can get better. Like, multiple stories in there. Like,
now they do that shit on Orange is the New Black. Like, things happen to her on the show.
but it's fake.
Because it's not, they did not use the book for that. Yeah. Yeah. They got characters from the book and that's it.
Wow.
Like, none of that shit happened. Like, nothing happened to her. Like, you sold drugs. You sold drugs internationally. Went to jail for a year. Nothing happened to you. And now you get to be rich off it?
Now,
Like, bro, that shit's so fucking corny.
I could be 100% wrong here, bro, but I kind of feel the same way with anyone who does any like pranks, sketches of like prison shit. That shit kind of like bugs me. Now, I don't know if you're aware of who like, I could be pronouncing his name wrong, I don't know, Kai Sanat or whatever.
Uh-huh.
He did a stream of 7 days in jail.
Yeah.
And that shit was just so fucking corny to me. Like, he said it was like influencing kids to do better or whatever. I was like, bro, you're a millionaire acting like you're in jail and you about to. He even said, he was like, bro, I was losing my mind. I didn't get to see my family. I was like, bro, this is a choice. You could have went home at any point. You have a fucking computer that you're live streaming and you're bringing in fucking famous people to do this shit. Like, that's real fucking, that was so corny to me, bro. It kind of makes me upset. Like, people were actually entertained by that. But the idea of like using other people's trauma for like entertainment kind of like pisses me off. That shit kind of pisses me off. And his reasons for doing it, cool, but it's still corny. Like, if that was your true intentions, bro, okay, like, I respect your intentions, but you doing it in a corny way. That whole idea to me is so fucking corny, bro. I don't fuck with it.
Yeah, man. I don't know about the Kai Cenat thing. I haven't seen that, and that's not something. I don't know that I am as affected by people like making fun of the funny shit that comes out of those prisons.
Yeah.
Because there is funny shit that comes out of those prisons, and I don't know that I have such a strong stance against people making fun of the funny shit. But yeah, no, I am highly offended, especially with and that James shit happened around the same time that I was experiencing this book, and it's like they had such different
outcomes.
They had such different outcomes, and they had such different trajectories, and it's like, I don't see a reason why James would have been less worthy of this adulation.
Yeah.
Like, he's as deserved. That if you ever met that nigga, you would love him too. Like, that is crazy. And like, that's not the case for Piper. Like, she even admitted that she was an asshole back then. And it's like, James always been a cool dude. Like, why he can't be a millionaire?
And I don't have no proof, but I always feel like women get it easier when it comes to certain crimes like that. Like, they just don't get the same sentence as a man.
I don't have the statistics about that, but that sounds right. But what I can say is that white people definitely do. I don't have the statistics on that, but I've at least seen those. And I mean, white people just don't get the same time.
Yeah.
Especially like, she definitely paid lawyers.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of money. And that, like,
that
bro,
should change it though.
Yeah, but it does.
It does, but
it does, man. And that's why, like, the reason that this comes up to me is like, every time I know someone who I would bang for being free, I think to myself, are they gonna get a book deal off? Like, real shit is happening, bro. Like, you talk to your brother, bro.
Yeah.
The guys that need freed. Like, you talk to your brother, man, that shit ain't a groove.
At all.
Like, that shit ain't I had an argument. That shit ain't, nah, bro. Like, that shit, this is real. This is real, man, and they didn't do shit to be in there.
Yeah.
She literally peddling heroin in Africa. And she made a meal off of that.
Easily.
Plus.
Yeah, I was
Nah,
easily.
bro, that's disgusting, bro.
Seasons after seasons too.
That shit is wicked, and that's one of the reasons that I have such a strong stance when it comes to the drugs. When it comes to the drug conversation, it's like, do I think that everyone or even anyone should be out here doing heroin? Probably not. Like that's not the hill that I'm dying on here. But if you're going to say that peddling heroin is worth a black man doing 30 to 50 years in prison, but it's only worth a white woman doing 16 months or 13 months and getting a book deal and a Netflix deal, then that shit should probably be legal. Then it should probably be legal.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if we're just going to be at such a disparate punishment scale, then we need to fix it.
That shit disgusting.
That shit is disgusting.
I didn't know that was based off a true story.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. And that's nasty.
Yeah,
and that's why when people would when people would talk about it, like I probably had this conversation 30 or so times right after I read it. Or right after I read the first chapter, because the first chapter is where she getting her shit off out here peddling drugs and shit. And it's like right after I read that, anytime somebody would bring up, because it was that was the show for a minute. Anytime it would come up, I'm like, yeah, no, I can't. I don't support that shit, man. And I would tell people this, like I would let them know, like Piper is she's just a spoiled brat who was selling drugs, man.
She's glad I didn't watch it though.
Yeah, me too. No. I'm glad that I never, bro. Man, if any support to that, I'm salty that they had me read it at school because, like, you had to buy them books.
Yeah, that's corny. Yeah, and I can't even say she gonna get what she got coming. She got millions.
She not. She's great.
Yeah,
she's great. She's fine. She got to tell on people. She got to make friends.
I know people who really like that shit too.
I know. Me too. Me too, man. Like my mom loved the show, and I'm not like I don't have anything against the people who like the show.
Right.
I get that. I definitely do have, and this was the disclaimer that I was given earlier, I do have, probably wrongly, something against the people who were in that class, specifically who were in that class and read it with me, just because we actually did have conversations about the book. Mm-hmm. And there were people who were like, I think she learned something. I think it was valuable for her to be in there. I'm definitely on her side, and it's like, bro, what? Now, obviously, you haven't read it. You're only taking my word for it, and I want that to be clear too.
Yeah.
Like you are going based off of my very strong hatred for her plight.
No, but if what you said about this book was true.
But you have to take that. You have to take that for face value.
Yeah,
that's what you're doing, and I want that to be clear.
Yeah,
like how strongly you feel, how it's crazy for them to disagree with me. You only have my point of view, and I want that to be clear.
Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead.
Now I look at this. Reminds me of like a thing that happens pretty often. I don't want to throw like race or genders into it, but if like a woman or a white person does something that is common in like the black community, it gets glorified for them. And please understand, I am not saying this man is bad, but it was like the same thing with Eminem. There was always black battle rappers, bro. That's not crazy. But a white battle rapper is like, okay, we got to give this guy an ear. And boom, millionaire. He was doing something people like him, as in white people, wasn't doing. Black people battle rap for how long, bro? Forever. Like, you can name classics of black. Like, I see that as the same thing. White people don't really be peddling the drugs like black people's. A white person do it, tells their story, boom, millionaire. I see it's all the same, bro. It just keep repeating itself, bro. So it doesn't shock me that happened at all. It really don't.
Yeah, but I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. That shit, it bothers the fuck out of me, man. It bothers the fuck out of me because the trajectory of these people's lives are just I don't want to say ruin man because you can still come out and do your thug thizzle and such, but
the effect.
The effect, my nigga, and the chances that you come out and be better off for it, they're so low.
I just hate that they get better chances and you get worse from over here. Like, that is nasty.
It's nasty. And then for them, like,
Sorry.
tripled up that time. I think the thing that caught me off guard that I wasn't expecting was that not only did she get off what I and most other people that look like us would consider scot-free.
Yeah.
She complained about it. Like, she complained. Like, her and her family was like, "Oh yeah, no, we gotta."
There was an injustice here.
Yeah. We gotta avenge you. Yeah. We gotta tell your story. People need to hear this. And it's like,
hear what?
There's nothing there. There's nothing there. She spent the bulk of that book telling other people's stories, and it's like,
yeah,
man, because they're way more interesting.
And what's the odds she cut them a profit?
I don't know. Let's say best case scenario she did.
Still,
let's say best case scenario she did. She the one who won. And why is it that her voice is more likely to be heard than theirs? Interesting, huh?
Yeah.
Like, they should have been able to tell their story. They should have been able to tell their story, and you be as interested because who is this lady?
Yeah, Piper ain't got the real good stories.
That's
if that's her name, Piper.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hate it, man. And that comes like the go ahead.
No, that's I feel this way about topics like this because it makes me hate the person. And I think that's like crazy. Like, I feel like I owe them disrespect, and it's like the system's fault. It's not really theirs.
Exactly. Yeah. Hey, I love that you see that though, because I think a lot of black people and black men in particular are angry with people who get opportunities that they don't.
Yeah.
And I think we've expressed ourselves having that same feeling sometimes.
Uh-huh.
But the reason that I say it the way that I just did is because like, if you know what the black manosphere is, like the manosphere, you said you don't know who Fresh and Fit is, but like Kevin Samuel and dudes like that, like, there is an anger toward women.
Yeah.
And there is an anger toward white people for the fact that you don't get these benefits of life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we literally just don't get to sign up for these benefits of life. And when somebody else does, we hate them for it and we get angry, especially when they don't hear us when we say, like, yeah, I don't get to play that game.
Yeah.
Like, you are playing you got different rules than me. They don't, when they're unreceptive to that, a lot of men nowadays that I'm seeing are angry with that. Like, they breed hatred for that. And it's like, while I can understand it, that's not the reaction.
Right, yeah.
And that it's not their fault necessarily.
Yeah, it's the system.
But it still sucks to see, man. It still sucks to see. And it's like, I feel the need to call it out. And it don't make a difference, man. Like, I didn't stop Orange is the New Black from having another 4 fucking seasons after I started talking my shit.
The only thing I can hope is it doesn't keep happening, I guess.
Well, what's going to change? You know how many motherfuckers got arrested today for drugs?
But I mean,
you know how many of them was black?
I don't mean like this specifically. The action of like of someone telling the story that it happened, bro. This happens to everyone. Chin up, like that be the response instead of a book deal and multiple series on a TV show.
I would love that.
So
I would love a book deal. I would love a book deal and a bunch of shows for James.
But everyone would be getting a book deal then. That's what I'm saying. Just don't do it.
That's not the same thing, though. Like, do I think there are some people that went to prison that should probably have been a TV or podcast or, you know, something like that personality? Yeah. They should still have the right and ability to pursue that.
Yeah.
And I think if they're good at it, they should succeed if they have a good story, they should succeed.
Yeah.
Like, I would love these book deals and movie and TV deals for somebody like James, bro. He was an interesting dude before he went in there. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, the man had a following before he went in there. Like, he absolutely should. And he has a podcast. Go listen to the Not Famous podcast. Like, yeah, I think that should be the thing. But I don't think that it should be as unfairly balanced in its success. That doesn't make sense to me. Like, Piper's success is based on the fact that she was already rich.
Yeah, but I just don't see how you can fix that, though.
Yeah, it's not changing. Yeah, no, I am not an optimist when it comes to these things. Like, I think these things are just going to get worse. This shit's just going to get worse.
I hope not.
I don't know, man.
Oh, you put it like that.
I don't know, man.
It makes sense it goes that way, but I hope not.
Hey, the next thing on the list is playing with people and calling it a joke or calling it a prank. This is the type of shit that's like guaranteeing that it's getting worse. Like, look at that, bro.
Now, I was never into that shit.
Never.
For that to be considered content or anything, like, nah.
I am. All right. Don't mistake my words here.
Okay.
I am fine with it being a thing. I'm fine with it being a thing.
You also fine with the consequences?
I don't support it. I don't support it. I don't find it funny. I don't consume that shit. But I am fine. If you want to go out here and play around, you should have the right to do so. It shouldn't be illegal for you to play with people.
I agree.
If you get hit in the fucking head, you don't get to say, "Oh, it's just a prank, bro." Nah, you played in my face, nigga.
Now, what pisses me off about that is that gets you more views to keep doing it.
Sure. So what? I think you have to balance. I think it's fine for you to have input from two different sides, right? You have the input of, oh, I got a whole bunch of views and I'm making money. Oh, I also got hit in the head. So you're being discouraged and encouraged. You can choose which one you want less or want more.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want money more than you want to not get hit in the head? And you might have got lucky this time because he might have flamed your ass.
That shit really bothers me, though. I just hope. I hope I don't run into some shit like that. Like, don't play with me.
Facts.
Like, don't play with me. Like, especially at the grocery store. Do not fucking play with me.
Nigga.
Like, you doing too much, man. Like, come. I see videos like that all the time. Bro, that shit really grinds my gears, bro. I really hate that shit. Like, that you automatically corny if you get into that shit, bro.
You seen somebody just got popped, ain't?
No.
Yeah, somebody just got popped. I think it was
crazy. You deserve it, though. If you pranking with
absolutely,
nigga, you deserve it.
No, absolutely. I don't think that's crazy at all.
Like, I seen a nigga get his ass beat on some elevators for touching his girl's hand.
Bruh.
It was a prank. Like, yeah, you asked for this, man.
Yeah.
Leave people alone.
Leave people alone,
like,
you bozo. Yeah, dude got popped, and old boy got away with it.
Oh, he got away with it?
Yeah, man.
Oh, shout out to him.
Yeah, bro. Dude got popped, and fam got away with it. But I did recently. I seen I was in the store for this, by the way, and this is like, call it hypervigilance if you want, and I will actually accept that. But I'm in a store probably like a week ago, and I hear a loud bang, and I mean loud, bro. And I turn, and there's some like teenagers running away, and they got like 4 balloons in their hand, and I think they intentionally popped one of the balloons, and it's like, bro, with all the shit that's going on, that's not funny at all.
Facts. No, that's facts.
I could have like, niggas wanted to draw down. You feel me? Like, hold on, bro. And especially like it's close. Like it's relatively close. Like it's over there type shit.
Yeah.
Like that bang. I don't have time to get out of here. I'm gonna have to.
Nah, yeah, that's different.
We gonna head up now, nigga.
I never even thought about it like that.
Why is you playing like that?
Yeah.
Loud banging sounds, nigga. Like,
yeah, no, that's what
you could get aired out doing that.
No, that's definitely different.
Dangerous game.
Yeah. Now,
and they don't get me wrong. I acted up in the store when I was a teenager too. Yeah. I was out here doing crazy shit. I was never bothering like, other people.
Yeah, nothing never. Like that though, right?
Never
touching shit and putting it somewhere it shouldn't be.
Oh yeah, I did that.
Yeah, not messing with other people though.
You know what we would do?
What?
My brothers would get on scooters, They would get on them like
Motorized
handicap
carts?
scooters.
Yeah.
And we would grab a Nerf football and just like
Run routes with it? No, that's dope.
they would run routes in the
No, that's
scooters,
hard, bro.
And we would, bro. I'm talking about the full store, the
No, that's
length
hard.
of the store.
That's
just
when stores used to be 24 hours. Yeah, that's hard.
beaming these Nerf footballs, bro, falling
Yeah, no,
over shit.
That's
no.
hard as fuck.
We was acting up for sure, and don't get me wrong, we was acting up, but like, you don't play
With other people.
with other people.
Like,
you
with
don't
people
play with
you know.
Yeah, you don't do that shit.
I think they forget these are strangers, like, and sometimes people are willing to take it there. And I think they really forget about that shit.
These are people who never got hit in the head. I don't know that, and I'm sure that I'm wrong some, but I'd bet you that the percentage of these people who went to school where you argue your way, like you get pushed and that's a fight, like, yeah, that's the people who do that shit.
Now,
Because when you really had to face, like,
yeah, I got a question though. Now, I only thought of one where I like fucked with, like one of them, and it was like a guy dressed up as like a bush or whatever, and just like moving when people walk by, like, and one of the girls was like slow, and he scared her, and she just like started crying, and he instantly.
what do you mean she was slow, man?
Come on, man. Obvious. Like,
What do you mean?
She
Like
lacked
she was
the
walking
chromosome.
slow?
bro, what more am I supposed to say? No, I don't. Say what? What was I supposed to say there? You know how you can tell, right? She was one of them, man. And like her scream / like we put in her reaction like.
Did I scare you? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He felt so bad. He was like, I didn't know. That's what he said. Like that type of, like, if he knew, he would have left her alone. Like, so I'm cool with like a prank like that, but the moment you get to like touching people, bro, or getting in their personal space, I'm against it, bro. Why you make me do that?
I didn't make you do shit.
No, you knew what I mean by slow, right?
I was hoping you didn't mean what you meant.
Damn.
If she had Down syndrome, my nigga, just say she had Down
I don't
syndrome.
know that.
You just said she had an extra well, you said she had too
Missing.
few chromosomes. That's not that's not how that works, man.
Something was
Down
wrong.
syndrome is an extra chromosome.
Well, I was saying she was like missing something. Something was off. That's all I'm saying. Something was off.
I really don't. Fuck, man. I don't want you to do this. I don't want you to do this.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be like disrespectful, but
I know you don't mean to.
yeah. But am
yeah.
I?
Oh, yeah.
What should I have said?
I don't know.
Because I don't know her problem.
Slow's
But there
fine.
is a problem.
Slow is. Let us know in the comments. Is slow good? Slow didn't feel good.
I didn't use the R bomb.
Was that an option? Was that on the table? Darian.
Wow. No, it's not on the tape. But okay, I said that because you would clearly understand what I'm saying. Now, okay, yeah, we gonna leave that
My
alone.
nigga.
I'm sorry.
What the
I'm
fuck?
sorry. Not that I use that word, but I'm sorry.
Nah, I mean, we all know you use that word.
No, I say slow.
You just admitted that you use that word, bro.
No, but okay.
No, you like when somebody, you like when a white girl bring a nigga home for Thanksgiving, and she was like, and granny asked,
Nah.
so do colored people like mashed potatoes? Grandma, you can't say color. Well, at least didn't say nigger. You know, that's what you just did, man. That's crazy.
You're right. That's 100% crazy.
That is crazy.
I don't know who.
I don't know
apologize
why
for.
that had to be in there. Like,
but-
you could have just said he scared a girl and didn't intend to.
No, well, he intended to scare someone, just not that tight. No, for real. Like, for real. Like, you definitely leave them alone. Like, you don't do pranks on them. Like, come on, bro. That's like the unwritten rule of YouTube, bro. For real. You just don't, man. Bro, for real. Why else is you dressed as a bush popping out to scare someone?
You are single-handedly destroying this episode.
Bro.
Single-handedly, man.
No, you lied and said
You
he
leave
wasn't
them
trying to
alone.
scare. No, for real.
Okay. I misspoke. I misspoke. I guess I want out of this, so I'll say you did the best that you could.
Appreciate you.
And we're fucking canceled.
Nah, no, because I tried to do it the right way though.
Did you?
Yes,
Did you?
bro. No, I legit don't know a better way to say it besides slow.
Slow is the best you got.
Touched. I feel like that's more. See, look now.
This is the best you got.
Hey, put me on.
How
to game after
old
this.
are you?
Put me on to game after this.
I think the words are developmental disability. I think that's one of them.
Me and them big ass words for real. Like, come on, bro. It's me we talking about.
Oh, there was an obvious joke there, and y'all can get there yourselves. Y'all can get there yourselves. Fuck, dude.
I want you to know I'm closer to one of them than you.
Oh, fuck, man. You going to prison now. You going to prison.
I'm sorry.
Damn, dog.
What else?
Nah, that's it, man. That's it, dog.
No.
We're done. Hey, y'all hit us up.
No, you didn't let me know what was the best way for that. You know I wasn't saying that, though. My vocabulary ain't like yours.
Developmentally? You don't got that?
Mentally challenged?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, that's wrong. No way.
Go for it, man. You got it. That's old. That's
outdated?
yeah.
Okay. Now
That's just like saying colored, man. It's better than nigger, but it's old.
Listen, like on my door, I did not know that.
Yeah.
That was outdated.
Yeah,
But
outdated.
You learn something new every day, bro.
Yeah.
Sorry. I am sorry, bro.
Intellectually challenged. You got that one or no?
I don't ever use that word.
Okay. Hey, I'm doing my best here,
I'll,
man. It's
I'll fuck up on that word for real. I'm scared to even try it. I know you don't have that problem though, so you can't relate.
you're right. I can't relate, but
You don't have empathy either. Not for that. No, you don't. Not for that. You don't.
what do you mean?
You don't.
What?
If I was Savon and I said something like that, you'll tell me to try English again. Like, come on. Come on now. Yeah, like, you don't say that to people who's trying. Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Moving on. Moving on.
No. We're not going to move on just yet.
Okay.
I am just now learning
That's crazy.
that other people have a less than perfect time repeating the sounds that they just heard. I thought that was a thing that everybody could do. Like, if I say something in a different language and I say it slow enough, I just assume that everyone can repeat it the exact same way I just said it.
No.
I just found out, like maybe 5 years ago, that that's not the case. So I'm gaining the empathy,
Okay.
but I don't currently have it.
Yeah, I know. Bro, I
Yeah.
found out the hard way you did. I told you that.
What?
Bro, you telling me to try English again? Like, this is not the only thing I know? It's crazy.
Do you know it though?
See? See?
No, I'm asking.
See? No, that's crazy.
See,
No,
you
that's
get to play
crazy.
the victim now. That's crazy because you really, they don't see our text messages, man.
Now you about to say I really don't be spelling for real?
Darian,
Nah. No, bro. I do.
bro, you spelled going to go.
But you know exactly what I meant.
That's not
Come on, bro.
enough.
It's me. You
That's
know.
not enough.
You know.
That's not enough.
Bro,
It's not enough.
I'm going to just start sending you symbols. You got to guess what the fuck I'm saying.
I'm gonna read them in that in the Thornberry.
Bitch, I do not speak hieroglyphics. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me, bro.
I'm gonna read them.
No, I'm upset because somebody told me I used to talk like this. I said, nah, that's fucked up, bro.
Nah, what's dog name? What's dog name? Donnie? Nah, it's something, bro.
Yes, ain't it done?
That's you.
No way.
That's what I'm gonna read it in.
Bitch, you called me Donnie too many times.
No, I'm reading it.
No way. That's really his name too, ain't it?
I don't know, but it works.
I'm pretty sure it's Donnie.
I don't know, but it works. I don't know.
No,
but it
that's
works.
crazy. If his name Donnie, this our last episode together.
No,
Bro,
no,
it gotta be.
No,
It gotta be.
It's not Donnie, man.
No, I'm pretty sure that's his No.
You start sending symbols. I'm reading.
I'm crying in the car, bro. Because I really think his name is Donnie, bro.
Yeah, crazy.
Wow.
Old Daddy.
And you used to call me that shit all the time, too.
Yeah. Well,
No way I was named after that man. No way, right? That's older than me, ain't it?
we'll find out. We'll find out after.
What's the last thing we ever read?
We had narcissists, but I don't know. That I feel like that just flowed. Like we went from Free to Guys to Orange is the New Black to pranking people.
At work, every guy I work with has been called the narcissist.
Of course, we all get called narcissists.
Yeah. Why did you have that in notes? Like, what specifically got you there?
Honestly, I think that's something that Jordan wrote down. But it flows. Like this is from playing with people and calling it pranking.
Yeah, you're a narcissist for sure.
It's narcissistic for sure.
To not see how that reaction is not just
Right.
crazy.
That's narcissistic. The only interesting thing that I have on narcissism is that it is so commonly just like
I remember you brought that to me.
diagnosed.
Yeah,
Like everybody's a fucking narcissist. Like, nah, man, they did a self-serving thing and it may have been to the detriment of someone else. That doesn't necessarily make them a narcissist. That may have been a narcissistic behavior.
women love it, call them men that, don't they?
I think men love calling women that.
No way.
Yeah. What do you think that, like, man, I think people throw around terms without fully understanding what they are.
I agree.
And also, people like me will hear terms fully understanding what they are, but not fully understanding how people are using them. So just because the term is one thing doesn't mean that that's how it's being used.
Facts. Yep.
So narcissist and main character syndrome is literally the same thing. It is the exact same thing, but they're not used the same.
I agree.
And they are used all the fucking time.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So that men say that women have main character syndrome all the fucking time. Like that is a very common thing. They're calling them narcissists. Women are just outwardly calling men narcissists. And yeah, there are very few narcissists in the world. Like very few.
Now, you said something. I need to know your thoughts. Do you think like majority of women have like main character
The
syndrome?
majority of women? No, I don't speak like that.
Do most women have main character syndrome?
You asked the exact same question, and I don't speak like that.
I did not. No. I said majority of women, which means the world, and then the women you know.
You said most of the women that I know. So the majority of the women that I know, do they have main character syndrome?
Yes, I'm asking.
I don't think so, no.
Do you think our society is based to give
Careful now.
to give women main character syndrome?
No. Definitely not. Definitely not. I can't even believe you fucking think that.
Now,
I'm shocked right now.
wait.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Wait.
You didn't say that you believe that.
Please, thank you.
Yeah, you didn't say. I'm sorry.
But I have to counter your argument here.
Go for it.
Now, what you're saying, yes, there's points there. But when it comes to safety, women have main character syndrome. Would you agree?
Huh?
Over men. The safety of a woman matters more than over a man. Look at the Titanic. Women and
think I
kids go
understand.
first.
What are you asking me?
Is society based? Like, does it give women main character syndrome the way it runs?
Right. And I think no.
Yes. But I'm saying there are some arguments.
And you're saying because we want to protect women, that
Over
means that
men.
that means that they're main character syndrome.
How is it not?
Because that is a response to the fact that women aren't protected.
Is it?
Yeah, that's like the women and children being the ones to be protected is a response to the fact that if you don't do that, they are the first to go. Like the world is less safe for them by a great deal.
Yes.
Like a huge margin.
Totally agree with that.
So us protecting them is a response to the natural fact that they are in significantly more danger than us.
Now, it's hard for me to use that because the example I gave, everyone here is equally in danger. As when I say the Titanic, we're all equally in danger. And women and children still go first. Not that I say I do not. I agree with that. That makes sense. Like if there's a fire, it's going to be the same thing. Women and children go first. Like our safety is both at the same risk here. You agree with that, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Now you're saying outside of the fire in the world, they have bigger problems. As in when it comes to danger, makes so much sense. Yes, I agree. But in the sense of harm, as of right now, main character syndrome always goes to them, for sure. And do you?
I don't see how that makes it main character syndrome.
Because it's about them, and then us last.
Yeah, I don't see that as main character syndrome.
Why not?
Because it's not like in this scenario, it's not like the women are completely oblivious to the fact that things are happening outside of their world, which is what main character syndrome is. Like this is your world and things interrupting it are nuisances, is what main character syndrome is.
So
I don't see how being protected makes you.
Yeah, I'm looking at it as the world revolves around them.
That's not main character syndrome, bro.
Yep.
And also, the world doesn't revolve around women either.
That's not. But society kind of base it like it is. So from the early ages, you was told, open a woman's car door.
Who was told that?
That. Come on, you heard that?
No.
No way. Mm-mm. Open doors for women.
Open doors for women, not car doors.
Yeah, that's
a
what
car
I'm
door
sorry.
was the exception.
Doors. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Doors. Why?
Why what?
Why do you open a door for one, but just not everyone?
They be heavy, right? No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I don't know. I honestly don't know where all the chivalry rules come from.
Like
I don't know.
It's just, hey, if you got a seat and a woman don't, you gotta get up. Like, bitch, I'm tired too. Like, it's great.
Okay.
All
right.
They probably would think
my nigga, you're lost.
No, I'm
on
not.
This episode, you're lost.
No, listen, but it's just I feel like it revolves around them.
Okay. Yeah.
Like we're not saying I disagree, but we are made to do the hard work, and they probably would think being motherhood is not hard. I'm not saying that by any means. Please understand, I am not saying that. I am not saying that. Don't get me confused. I'm not saying that. I could not make that clear, right?
All right.
How would you make that more clear?
No, you got it, man. I'm gonna let you do this one. Hit that ball. The ball's coming right at you. Hit it out of the park. Go ahead. Make your point.
My point is, we have to do majority of the hard work, the dirty jobs. The real work kind of revolves around women. It really do. Now, I'm not saying they get treated fairly when it comes to things they want to do like us, like pay and shit. I'm not saying that. But when it comes to society norms, who it fits better, I would have to say women.
Ooh.
I have to.
That seems like directly in conflict with like every statistic.
Like what?
Men make decisions.
Yeah.
Period. The world can't revolve around you if you don't get to choose anything.
Do you?
Right?
Yes.
Right? Like
now, our first topic, court systems.
Uh-huh.
Women definitely get off way easier than men.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Do you think?
But me saying I don't know doesn't mean that it's
okay.
Like the world revolves around them.
Correct.
You know who made those rules?
Listen, I get that. Okay. Who do you think get better deals? Women or men? When it comes to like shopping or whatever.
On what?
The only thing I would say they won't is like car shit. Like when you have like gotta go to a mechanic or something.
Cars and houses.
House.
Yeah, cars and houses.
I give that.
It's true.
I give that.
Also, those are the two biggest purchases you can make. Like, are you saying you saying because they get free drinks?
Nah,
You sound like a fucking Mennonist, dude. This is weird.
what? Wait, why is
This
that weird?
is weird, bro.
Would you call me Mennonist?
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't even know if it's a real thing, but I love saying it's like the feminist version, or it's the male version of feminism.
No way.
You sound like a Mennonist.
For real?
You do for real.
Oh, no, fuck that. Never mind.
I think your bag.
I'm a nigga.
Because the bag that you're in sounds very similar to like women don't have to work hard. They don't have to try, and the world wants them to succeed. And I'm not necessarily saying that that's always untrue.
Yeah.
Like, for the most part, I'd say that there are definitely ways that men are winning this thing. I mean, we run it. We run it all. Every part of it. We fucking run it. And I think that there are benefits that aren't afforded to us that are afforded to women. Like benefits in mentality, things they're allowed to think, things that they're allowed to say out loud, things that they're allowed to be, do. There are things that we don't get to do, and they have the benefit there. They have the upper hand in benefit in some places. Sure. I don't think either side could possibly say that, like, yeah, it's all meant for them to win, and there's no benefit on this side there. And it's like, if there was, I think that they have a better argument for that than us. I think they have a better argument for saying that this is a man revolving world than we have the ability to say that it's a lady revolving world. Like, that just doesn't, that factually seems wrong as fuck.
Yes.
It seems so wrong. My wife told me that because she had a lady surgery, and she said that she's known people or heard from people that they had to get their husband's approval that they could do that. My nigga, no one's ever asked me to talk to anyone ever when I'm making a decision. Like, literally never. Ever. Like, when I'm making a decision, since I've been a grown-ass man, no one has ever said, do you want to talk to your mom, your sister, your granny, your wife? No one has ever said that to me. And I don't know a single man who has ever been asked that question. Ever. I don't know of one of them. And that happens to women.
Now I have to ask women, has that happened to? Because I like to think I don't know any woman that has happened to.
Peep this, bro.
No,
I don't want to be
for real.
Dead ass. Oh no, I'm about to give you one. Like, that hasn't. I did not see that. I have not seen that, but I've heard it and I believe them. And there's, I promise y'all, I'm not trying to like come off as like banging for feminism or anything. I'm not like against feminism, but like I'm not. That's not the hill that I'm dying on either. I'm just like, this is the facts.
Yeah.
And this is like, these are things that I feel like you should be aware of if you're gonna have the conversation of like, you know, the sex wars.
Yeah.
But one thing that definitely did happen, my wife got a haircut. Like, she did a big chop joint. Like, she had a real short haircut. Mm-hmm. And every time, and I was with her in these situations, every time somebody would see it for the first, not every time, but probably like 80% of the time that somebody would see her for the first time, they would look at me and say, do you like it? And I'm like, why the fuck does it matter what I like? And I'm not saying that it doesn't matter, but that shouldn't be what you're thinking of. Like, they didn't ask her if she liked it before they asked me if I liked it. Darian, you have seen me with 3 different haircuts since we've known each other.
Yeah.
No one has ever looked at my wife and said, do you like that? Ever. Not once. Not once. That's weird, ain't it? Like,
yeah, but
men get to make decisions.
Now I have to ask. Now, the people who ask you this, are these like people you have been around?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, these my folks, these her folks. Like, these are very close people. This is a super common thing. This is a super common thing.
That is crazy to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's so crazy. It's hard for me to believe that happened.
On my brothers. On my brothers, bro.
Like, for me, the question doesn't fit what happened.
At all.
Like, I would think you're asking her, do she like it? And not me, do I like it?
Why would you
I don't
ask
gotta
me,
wear it.
You asked me first, bro. I understand being like, oh, yeah, Savon, do you like it? Like, I understand saying that after you've already gone through.
That's my opinion on it.
Yeah.
Sure. But
Yeah.
not like I'm wearing it.
Bro.
No, that's crazy.
Crazy.
And, like, was that just like a normal response?
Common as shit. So common. So common. You remember her haircut when she got a cut, right? Yeah. So common. Almost every time. Almost every time somebody saw her, bro. At least 80% of the time. And that's no exaggeration either.
That's weird.
Weird as fuck. But it's like, how can you say that the world is meant for them to win when, like, they are seemingly second-class citizens? Like, they have power over breeding. They have almost ultimate power over the next generation of human beings. But that seems like the only place that they have ultimate power. Like, their ultimate power starts and stops at their vaginas. That sounds fucking wild, bro. How long have we been doing this? Is it time to get the fuck out of here?
No, that make me think because at work, like if somebody want to like work an extra day or something, they be like, I gotta make sure my old lady is okay with it.
Yeah.
Like now, do you think that's different? Just out of like that's more just like out of respect.
Notice how they're offering it. Notice how that's not assumed, and notice that feeling.
Check with your old lady, see if you can. See.
And notice how you automatically think to yourself like, "Damn, you gotta check in." Like, oh shit, you gotta check in.
Now
It's not the same.
the reaction is damn. You run your household. It's, yeah, I was like,
Notice how no one is bringing to him like, "Oh, is your wife cool with that?"
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's not something that's happening,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah,
I was wrong here.
yeah, man. It's
Yikes.
tough. It's tough. It's tough out here, dog.
Damn, I'm raising one of them too. Yikes.
Oh man, I don't know if I like how that just went.
What?
I want it to be clear, and I will take stances when I have stances. I don't necessarily have a dog in this fight, like the meninist versus feminist fight. I don't have a dog there. I am team people, hardcore team people. But I do like to give perspective when somebody is going hard. I do like to give perspective when someone is convinced of something.
Now, I like to speak on things when I feel like there is something wrong happening.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, your example you gave was that haircut.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like, bro, that has nothing to do with me. Like, I'm not wearing the haircut. I will legit say that. I'm not wearing it. Like, for you to have to even ask it is kind of crazy. Like, I would have addressed that right there. Like, I'm not wearing it, dude. Like, I don't understand your question. So, when something like that is happening, I'll speak on it. Because, yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, no, me too.
No,
I definitely spoke on it.
Yeah, I'm not waking up and thinking about something like this, though. Yeah.
I just want, with it being brought up, the way that you brought it up, I felt like I had to give the opposing view.
Yeah, I appreciate that, too.
But I also think that if you came here banging for feminism in as seemingly an uninformed way as you did with your meninism, I think I would have had a similar reaction on the other side. I think I only say that to caveat the idea that, like, it may have sounded like I'm just like a feminist and virtue signaling, and I promise you I don't. I don't necessarily care to have that argument because, like Darian just said, bro, if there's something wrong going on, that has nothing to do with the other wrongs. Like, that has nothing to do. Solve the wrong.
Yeah.
Solve the wrong as it comes to you, man. Like, I hate how in almost every situation where things go differently for different groups of people, solving the problem is almost addressed as like, you can only solve it for one of them. And it's like, why? Like, you have to care more about this side.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, you don't.
they say you have to pick a side.
Yeah.
And it's not like
Like, nah, man. There are happy mediums. Happy mediums exist. You don't have to be a Democrat. You don't have to be a Republican. Like, you just don't.
I have never heard someone say that.
For real?
I thought you miss said it, and then I heard the second one. I was like, no.
Oh no, I was just listening to Pimp a Butterfly.
You and that album.
Nigga, I can't believe you ain't been there yet. Don't. We are so close to the end here. Don't offend me.
Is that Slump God's brother or no? Are they related of any sort? Huh?
So yeah,
I thought you were like, I'm sorry.
Let us know, you, bruh. That's disgusting what you just did. Wow. Let us know how you feel about pranking. Let us know how you feel about Orange is the New Black. Let us know how many guys you need free. Tell us about them, and we'll maybe talk about them on here, man. Free the guys, for sure. And rest in peace to fallen kings, queens, and in-betweens.
Free Palestine.
Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Hit us up at the Overly Opinionated Pod Free Palestine. Hit us up at the Overly Opinionated Pod on Instagram, at the OO Pod Boys on X, or the Overly Opinionated Pod at gmail.com. For the geezes. We'll see y'all next Wednesday.